The following program is brought to you through a generous grant from the Smokebrush Center for Arts and Theater, located at the corner of Vermejo and Nevada Streets in downtown Colorado Springs, proudly offering theatrical and arts events year-round. Join with us now to explore the highways which lead to love, the byways, the turns, the crossroads we travel that bring us to others' hearts. Sometimes to stay there forever, sometimes to pass in a fleeting moment, perhaps never to be again. The Smokebrush Readers Theater gives to you, and you alone, a Smokebrush Valentine. Stay with us as the readers bring you the words and thoughts of the poets who speak of love, and a look at one of history's great love stories. How do we know love? These are the symptoms of love, as expressed by Robert Graves.
Love is a universal migraine, a bright stain on the vision blotting out reason. Symptoms of true love are leanness, jealousy, laggard dawns, are omens and nightmares, listening for a knock, waiting for a sign, for a touch of her fingers in a darkened room, for a searching look. Take courage, lover. Could you endure such grief at any hand but hers?
Marcus Argentarius, in 20 BC, said that love is not.
Love is not just a function of the eyes. Beautiful objects will, of course, inspire possessive urges. You need not despise your taste. But when insatiable desire inflames you for a girl who's out of fashion, lacking in glamour, plain, in fact, that fire is genuine. That's the authentic passion. Beauty, though, any critic can admire.
But what of love and poetry? What can we say of this most perfect form to express what is in the heart? Pablo Neruda explored this way with Tonight I Can Write.
Tonight, I can write the saddest lines. Write, for example, the night is shattered and the blue stars shiver in the distance. The night wind revolves in the sky and sings. Tonight, I can write the saddest lines. I loved her, and sometimes she loved me too. Through nights like this, when I held her in my arms, I kissed her again and again under the endless sky. She loved me. Sometimes I loved her too. How could one not have loved her great, still eyes? Tonight, I can write the saddest lines. To think that I do not have her, to feel that I have lost her, to hear the immense night still more immense without her. And the verse falls to the soul, like dew to the pasture. What does it matter that my love could not keep her? The night is shattered and she is not with me. This is all. In the distance, someone is singing. In the distance. My soul is not satisfied that it has lost her. My sight searches for her, as though to go to her. My heart looks for her, and she is not with me. The same night, whitening the same trees, we of that time are no longer the same. I no longer love her, that's certain, but how I loved her. My voice tried to find the wind to touch her hearing. Another's. She will be another's, like my kisses before. Her voice, her bright body, her infinite eyes. I no longer love her, that's certain. But maybe I love her. Love is so short, forgetting is so long. Because through nights like this I held her in my arms, my soul is not satisfied that it has lost her. Though this be the last pain that she makes me suffer, and these the last verses that I write for her.
And what are her words? Theodore Rathke supposes.
A young mouth laughs at a gift. She croons like a cat to its claws, cries, I'm old enough to live and delight in a lover's praise, yet keep to myself my own mind. I dance to the right, to the left, my luck raises the wind. Write all my whispers down, she cries to her true love. I believe in the moon. What weather of heaven is this? The storm of a kiss.
How do other poets praise their loved ones? Hear first from Anna Akhmatova's I Will Leave Your White House.
I will leave your white house and tranquil garden. Let life be empty and bright. You and only you I shall glorify in my poems, as a woman has never been able to do. And you remember the beloved for whose eyes you created this paradise. But I deal in rare commodities. I sell your love and tenderness.
Hear now Lord Byron's praise in She Walks in Beauty.
She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies. And all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place. And on that cheek, and o'er that brow so soft, so calm yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent.
Robert Graves paints the portrait of his love, to him the most unique of women.
She speaks always in her own voice, even to strangers. But those other women exercise their borrowed or false voices even on sons and daughters. She can walk invisibly at noon along the high road, but those other women gleam phosphorescent, broad hips and gross fingers, down every lampless alley. She is wild and innocent, pledged to love through all disaster. But those other women decry her for a witch or a common drab, and glare back when she greets them. Here is her portrait, gazing sidelong at me, the hair in disarray, the young eyes pleading, "And you love? As unlike those other men, as I those other women."
As early as the 4th century A.D., poets spoke of fidelity and inconsistency, as does Paulinus of Nola in I Through All Chances.
I, through all chances that are given to mortals, and through all fates that be, so long as this close prison shall contain me, yea, though a world shall sunder me and thee, thee shall I hold in every fibre woven. Not with dumb lips, nor with averted face shall I behold thee. In my mind embrace thee, instant and present thou in every place. Yes, when the prison of this flesh is broken, and from the earth I shall have gone my way, wheresoe'er in the wide universe I stay me, there I shall bear thee as I do today. Think not that from my body frees me, breaks and unshackles from my love to thee. Triumphs the soul above its house in ruin, deathless, begot of immortality. Still must she keep her senses and affections, hold them as dear as life itself to be. Could she choose death, then might she choose forgetting living, remembering to eternity.
Christina Rossetti charges her lover to be true even at judgment, as she has been to him in many and after times.
Many in after times will say of you, he loved her, while of me what will they say? Not that I loved you more than just in play, for fashion's sake, as idle women do. Even let them prate, who knows not what we knew of love and parting in exceeding pain, of parting hopeless here to meet again, hopeless on earth, and heaven is out of view, but my heart of love laid bare to you. My love that you can make not void nor vain, love that forgoes you, but to claim anew beyond this passage of the gate of death. I charge you at the judgment, make it plain, my love of you was life and not a breath.
Inconstancy and entanglement rise in Bhatrahari's She Who Is Always in My Thoughts.
She who is always in my thoughts prefers another man, and does not think of me. Yet he seeks for another's love, not hers. And some poor girl is grieving for my sake. Why then the devil take both her and him, and love, and her, and me.
One of history's great love stories was that of Robert Browning and Elizabeth Barrett. It began later in the life of Elizabeth, who was confined to her childhood home by a crippling disease and a dominating father. She replies to Robert's question,
"How shall I deserve this strange new friend? Ah, there is no deserving at all."
It is too late to meet, O friend, not more than friend. Death's forecome shroud is tangled round my feet, and if I step or stir, I touch the end. In this last jeopardy can I approach thee, I, who cannot move? How shall I answer thy request for love? Look in my face and see.
You must be allowed to go out of the house, and he will not let you. And you ask whether you should obey him? No, not if there is to be any future for us. Let him cut off your legs, and you will never go astray. Let him stifle your reason, and you will find it difficult to reason ill.
None, except God, shall interpose between you and me. If he should make me, if not well, then enough less unwell, why, yes, then would I be to you whatever your heart should choose.
May I ask you for a token? Then, while I wait that second spring, give me so much of yourself, just so much as may be given in a lock of hair, until that day.
I never gave a lock of hair away to a man, dearest, except this to thee, which now upon my fingers thoughtfully I wring out to the full brown length and say, take it. My day of youth went yesterday. My hair no longer bounds to my foot's glee, nor plait I it from rose or myrtle tree, as girls do any more. But love is justified. Take it thou, finding pure from all these years the kiss my mother left here when she died. Yet I hesitated and sent this April foolish verse. There is no one beside thee and no one above thee. Thou standst alone as the nightingale sings, for none can express thee, though all should approve thee. I love thee so, dear, that I only can love thee.
God be thanked. The meanest of his creatures boasts two soul sides, one to face the world with, and one to face a woman when she loves him, where I blush and bless myself with silence.
My difficulty, almost my despair, is to make you understand the two ends of truth, both that Papa is not stone, and that he is immovable as stone. By his own lights he is upright and faithful to his conscience, and for that I love him. But now I am to leave him, and all of them. If I leave all for thee, wilt thou exchange and be all to me? Shall I never miss home talk and blessing and the common kiss when I look up to drop on new range of walls and floors another home than this? Yet love me, wilt thou? Open thy heart wide and fold within the wet wings of thy dove.
Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be, the last of life, for which the first was made. Our times are in his hand who saith, a whole I planned. Youth shows but half. Trust God, see all, nor be afraid. So, nothing is lost. Now a great breath of air, fill your lungs, and come tomorrow morning at 10:30 to the Marylebone Church. I will be there, and I have the ring. So come.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach, when feeling out of sight for the ends of being in ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with a passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with the love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life, and if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death.
In former days we'd both agree that you were me and I was you. What has now happened to us two, that you are you and I am me?
Anna Akhmatova demonstrates that a woman scorned is not pleasant, as she writes in Ah, You Thought.
Ah, you thought I'd be the type you could forget, and that praying and sobbing I'd throw myself under the hooves of a bay, or I would beg from the witches some kind of root in charmed water, and send you a terrible gift, my intimate scented handkerchief. Damned if I will, neither by glance nor by groan will I touch your cursed soul, but I vow to you by the garden of angels, by the miraculous icon I vow, and by the fiery passion of our nights, I will never return to you.
Dorothy Parker, noted for her poisonous prose and cynical view of life, reverted to poetry to speak of one perfect rose.
A single flower he sent me. Since we met, all tenderly his messenger he chose, deep-hearted, pure, with scented dew still wet, one perfect rose. I knew the language of the floweret, my fragile leaves, it said, his heart enclose. Love long has taken for his amulet one perfect rose. Why is it no one ever sent me yet one perfect limousine, do you suppose? Ah, no, it's always just my luck to get one perfect rose.
I saw my lady weep, and sorrow proud to be advanced so, and sorrow proud to be advanced so in those fair eyes where all perfections keep. Her face was full of woe, but such a woe, believe me, as wins more hearts than mirth can do with her enticing parts. Sorrow was there made fair, and passion wise, tears a delightful thing, silence beyond all speech a wisdom rare. She made her sighs to sing, and all things with so sweet a sadness move as made my heart both grieve and love. Oh, fairer than aught else the work can shew, leave off in time to grieve. Enough, enough, your joyful look excels. Tears kill the heart, believe. Oh, strive not to be excellent in woe, which only breeds your beauty's overthrow.
The anonymous poet spoke of estrangement in I Saw My Lady Weep. But Edna St. Vincent Millay's sadness reflects on what loves have come and gone in What Lips My Lips Have Kissed.
What lips my lips have kissed, and where and why I have forgotten, and what arms have lain under my head till morning. But the rain is full of ghosts tonight that tap and sigh upon the glass and listen for reply. And in my heart there stirs a quiet pain for unremembered lads that not again will turn to me at midnight with a cry. Thus in the winter stands the lonely tree, nor knows what birds have vanished one by one, yet knows its boughs more silent than before. I cannot say what loves have come and gone. I only know that summer sang in me a little while, that in me sings no more.
After love passes, does one regret, treasure, or even remember the past love? 3 poets penned their thoughts. Here Leigh Hunt has this sweet memory of Jenny kissed me.
Jenny kissed me when we met, jumping from the chair she sat in. Time, you thief, who love to get sweets into your list. Put that in. Say I'm weary. Say I'm sad. Say that health and wealth have missed me. Say I'm growing old. But add, Jenny kissed me.
Christina Rossetti asks that she be remembered in her poem, Remember.
Remember me when I am gone away, gone far away into the silent land, when you can no more hold me by the hand, nor I half turn to go, yet turning stay. Remember me when no more day by day you tell me of our future that you planned. Only remember me. You understand it will be late to counsel then or pray. Yet if you should forget me for a while and afterwards remember, do not grieve. For if the darkness and corruption leave a vestige of the thoughts that once I had, better by far you should forget and smile than you should remember and be sad.
W.B. Yeats expresses our one last Valentine that looks back on life when you are old.
When you are old and gray and full of sleep and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. How many loved your moments of glad grace and loved your beauty with love false or true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you and loved the sorrows of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur, a little sadly, how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead, and hid his face amid a crowd of stars.
Smokebrush Readers Theater Company and director Clay Roll hope this Smokebrush Valentine touched your soul and evoked memories of loves past and brought even greater love to the present. Appearing tonight is Robert Browning with John Horn, and Jane Fromey portrayed Elizabeth Barrett. Poetry readers were Ashley Crockett and David Plambeck. Operating the control board was Michael Elmore. Assisting the director was Laurel Harris. This is your narrator, Dave Hastings, speaking for the entire Smokebrush Readers Theater Company, wishing you happy Valentine's Day and hoping that your love continues forevermore. A Smokebrush Valentine was brought to you through a generous grant from the Smokebrush Center for Arts and Theater, located at Vermijo and Nevada Streets in downtown Colorado Springs, proudly offering theatrical and arts events year-round. For schedules and information, phone 444-0884.